What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, today's the big day. Tonight at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Well, not Eastern. It'll be Central. Yeah, we'll make it Eastern. Hell. 12 o'clock Eastern time tonight, I will release the first initial video to my true crime channel, Sinister Intent. If you guys haven't went over there and subscribed yet, it's an episode you might not want to miss. I got some good material over there, so you guys go check it out. In the description box below, you guys can hit a link and it'll take you right to it where you can subscribe. Because I'm telling you, if you miss it, you miss it, because I'm going to premiere it tonight. Also, there's a big misconception. This channel's staying. That's an additional channel that I'm starting. So nothing's going to happen to Dynamic Reason. A lot of you guys been asking, like, hey, what, you switching this channel? I'm not. This is a totally new channel and another challenge in my road on YouTube. And I invite you guys to come and enjoy it and take the walk with me. But, so I just wanted to clear that up. Nothing's happening to this channel, and I'm not going nowhere. Now, I want to talk about this story that's been out for a little while, and like it's just really made a lot of news. It's out of Redlands, California. And it's about these two people here. These two people were presumably missing for a week. And their names are Dan Maynard, age 79, and his wife, Stephanie Maynard. And their dog, I'm not laughing, Cuddles. All three of them are missing. Well, as of recent news, these people lived at a Redlands Nudist resort. I forgot the name of it, but you'll see it in the story. And they just up and disappeared. Their car was found at the end of the street. Nobody knew what was going on. It's odd that the car was parked down at the end of the block. Somebody tipped off that it might be the neighbor. Pictured here, this guy's name is Michael Roy Sparks, 62-year-old. This guy's a hoarder. And him and the Maynards had a lot of disagreeable sessions amongst themselves, dealing with stuff with property, so on and so forth. And it was a lot of vitriol between the two. As of recently, these two people have been found in the basement, a makeshift basement of Mr. Sparks. They were found by a cadaver dog. Take a look at the story and we'll come back and talk about it.
Breaking news in the investigation for a missing couple in Redlands. We've now learned a man was arrested after a SWAT operation was conducted yesterday.
Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel live in Redlands with the latest update. What's the latest, Jaysha?
John and Rachel, we literally just learned minutes ago that the suspect and person of interest connected to the disappearance of Stephanie and Dan Maynard was arrested last night behind me here on this road. Now, that suspect's name is 62-year-old Michael Sparks. Again, he was arrested here for murder last night, and yesterday, Air 7 was overhead as SWAT tore apart Sparks' home. Take a look.
More and more heaps of basically garbage. This is a definite hoarding situation, and basically put holes inside of this neighbor's house as they continue to search for evidence.
You can see there law enforcement moving in yesterday with guns drawn and an armored vehicle ripping that home apart. 73-year-old Stephanie Maynard, her 79-year-old husband Dan, and their dog Cuddles were last seen on Saturday. Now, their vehicle was abandoned down the road from their home, which is located here at a nudist ranch called Olive Dell Ranch, and a friend reported them missing. On Thursday, police said they got a tip that the person involved in the Maynards' disappearance lived right next door to them, and law enforcement tried to contact that person of interest. Again, we just learned that that's Michael Sparks. They tried to contact him several times before getting a search warrant and then moving in on his home.
I pass that area twice a day in my car going to and from work, and then I hop in my golf cart after work and go down below and get my mail or go talk to friends. So I passed that area all the time. But you know, he's just very soft-spoken, and probably be the last person that you would think would do something like this.
Now, one neighbor described Sparks as a soft-spoken gentleman and the last person that you would think would possibly do something like this. The Menard's friends are concerned and say that Stephanie Menard used a cane and wouldn't be able to go far. And they also say that her husband, Dan, has diabetes and dementia. The couple's cell phone and Stephanie's purse was found inside their home after they disappeared. And again, back at Here Live, we just learned that the suspect, 62-year-old Michael Sparks, is in fact the suspect and person of interest, and he was arrested last night for murder on this road. We'll continue to follow up with police and get more information. We have learned that this morning, a little after 7 a.m., there is a press briefing that is expected to happen here at the scene. So, of course, we'll update you as soon as we get information.
Tonight, a disturbing development in the case of a missing couple at a Redlands nudist resort. Human remains found underneath their neighbor's home. KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock live at Redlands, where the suspect was taken into custody. Nicole?
Juan, police tell us they took bags of evidence out of the suspect's home today, including those human remains, which they're still working to identify. But they were concerned about that home collapsing out here as well, so they had to pull investigators out. They say they'll be back tomorrow morning with heavy equipment to see what else they can find at that home.
He and I had it out a couple of months ago. It could have been me, but I think his hatred for them was way worse than he had for me.
Tammy Wilkerson says her neighbor, Michael Roy Sparks, hated the couple he's accused of killing. She says he had a beef with Dan Menard over, of all things, a tree that hung over his property line here at the Olive Dell Ranch Nudist Resort.
And Dan used to go trim the limbs, and he hated that. And that formed his hatred towards them.
While Redlands police have not revealed a motive for the couple's suspected murder, they now say a cadaver dog alerted them to the presence of human remains inside a large subterranean basement they discovered underneath Royce's home. The same space they say he finally crawled out of late Thursday night after lengthy negotiations and an hours-long standoff where a SWAT team demolished his home with a battering ram.
I don't know how he did it. Lots of speculations, but unless he talks, we won't know.
Tonight, investigators are still working to positively identify the human remains, but they're presumed to be those of Stephanie and Dan Menard. The couple in their 70s and their little dog had been missing from their home for almost a week. It's unclear when exactly they could have been killed.
And just seeing inside his house and knowing that there's a sub-basement, he seems like the type of person to me that may have tortured him for a day or two.
And the Menards are very well liked by neighbors in this community. We reached out to their family to see if there's anything people can do to help. We have not yet heard back from them. But the suspect in this case has been booked on suspicion of murder. We also looked into local court records to see if he had anything like a history of violence that we can find. We were not able to see anything like that on his court records. Reporting live in Redlands, I'm Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
Guys, that's the story. Sad, unfortunate demise of these people, the Maynards, man. May they rest in peace. Cuddles too, man. They ain't found Cuddles, but he in there somewhere. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at Cuddles' face, he already knew impending doom was near. And it's messed up. Why you do dog like that? Could have left the dog in the car, but either way, man, hate is hate, man, for real. Said these people was found in a basement that he got. Now, if you guys been keeping up this story, they used that thing to go and bust in his garage and stuff. He was a hoarder. Stuff all over the place. They said the house was full of stuff too. Stuff caving in. They brought cadaver dog in there. Says after the canine detected the remains, a crew had to shore up the home because they used that battering ram to mess it up. It said because the night before, a SWAT team used the battering ram to enter the residence, severely damaging it to serve a search warrant. And now all this stuff was coming out yesterday. It says Friday afternoon, a Redlands Fire Department confined space rescue team entered the subterranean space, which is the basement part where Sparks was found hiding the night before and began removing evidence. So basically, he went where the bodies was at, hiding from the police, and hid himself down there. These people been gone for a week. They're saying they think they were tortured and then killed. Last night they didn't have a motive. What broke this morning, the video I showed you was saying they were talking about a tree, a dispute. But then again, We all know how it is to have neighbors you either don't mess with or had a disagreement with, and it turns into an all-out beef where y'all either leave each other alone or ticky-tack things happen where it starts the conflict all over again. And that's normal to have disputes between people, but to have it end like this, no. They in the nudist place, walking around naked and all this other type of stuff, I guess. Having events naked and all this. This dude right here, maybe he wasn't invited because he smelled like his dirty ass house. Either way, man, it's crazy when a bunch of people come out and implicate you as the bad apple in a community. And turns out that they're right about it. Did you see how many people was trying to get on camera? Go and look at some of these stories. Watch the different people they interview, and they all say something unkind about this guy, Royce Sparks, Michael Roy Sparks. I don't know what it is in some people that they just don't care about being liked. Well, I mean, that's okay, but I mean, like, so many people don't like them and they live around in the community like that. People don't really care about you because of the way you come off or some of the things you've done in the past, and you still exist around people that don't like you or are apprehensive of you. I don't know why people do that, but I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you something about these people, the maintenance. I don't know if you've seen their home. They had a really nice home. I thought it was a houseboat. It was a trailer, I guess. But it was really nice from the outside of how it looked. For him to have dementia and all this other stuff and them care for that home, that's commendable. You know, they both at the end of the line anyway. He got debilitating diseases. She can't walk without a cane. She's almost at the end. To have it happen like this, you know, the last page in their book of life, buried in a dirty ass basement after being killed. It's not right. It's not. And poor Cuddles, damn, don't nobody know where he at. They mentioned him in the beginning, then they stopped talking about Cuddles after they found the bodies. I guess Cuddles is a casualty of war. And that's upsetting too. So may all three of them rest in peace. And this dude right here, man, I don't know how it gets to the point where a dispute on a property line or whatever it is they had an issue with makes it to where you have to launch an elaborate scheme to kill somebody. You could have moved away. Either way, man, this is lunacy. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.